from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We have more snow showers and high winds on the way, and road crews say that they're warning drivers to now be on the lookout for snow drifts. They may look harmless, but piles of snow, road crews say, can blur the lines between the road and the curb, and that can seriously damage your vehicle. They're also harder than they might look, and they could be hiding other hazards.
The thing about a drift is when you see it on the road, it's going to look like it's fluffy and going to be fun to run into because snow will fly, but really when you're going 35 miles an hour and you head into a drift, it's a lot harder than people think it is, and you can start losing control on your vehicle. And
now, if you do happen to come across a snow drift and icy patches in the road, Public Works says to give them a call and they'll take care of it immediately. Lakes being harmed by lakes are being harmed because they're trying to keep roads safe. It's the salt that's causing problems. Around 50 Minnesota lakes and streams are on the state's impaired waters list because of too much chloride. The chloride is mainly coming from the road salt, according to the Minnesota Public Radio. And according to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, chloride seeps through the ground and gets into shallow groundwater. The salt can be retained there for a long time depending on the type of soil. Excess chloride can damage aquatic life, reproduction, corrode infrastructure, and cause health problems for people. Those road conditions are improving out there, but the temps still cold. Justin, what do we got coming?
And thank you, Ryan. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, we were near zero for a high temperature today in the Fargo area. Not bad compared to where we have been. Temperatures are going to fall a little before we start to see them pick up as a southerly wind will kick in overnight. We're into the single digits below zero for most, but look off to the south and off to the west, and we have much warmer air that will start to filter in as we go through tonight because we do have a southerly wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour, but that's giving us a little bit of a wind chill. Thief River Falls, Roseau, Grand Forks at 26, 27 below zero, Jamestown at 20 below, so definitely bundle up for outdoor plans. Mainly clear skies now, but look off to the west. We have more cloud cover that will make its way in here as we go through the overnight period. Temperatures rising from 6 or 7 below zero all the way into the positive numbers by daybreak, but we'll see an increase in the clouds and some snow showers possible as it turns windy. So we'll tell you what to expect in the next 7 days coming up later in the newscast.
We'll bundle up. Thanks, Justin. New information about the Pembina County Sheriff's deputy that was charged with disorderly conduct after a Valley News Live whistleblower investigation. We've learned the deputy has been resuspended. Police say a woman was injured when a Pembina County Sheriff's deputy, Dustin Wadholm, pushed her to the ground at Sammy's Bar in Cavalier, North Dakota. He was off duty at the time and he was suspended without pay for 3 days, but the incident, then he was put back on the job after an internal investigation. Then after our whistleblower story ran, Pembina County Sheriff Terry Meidinger reopened an internal investigation since he's now been resuspended. Wadholm has been resuspended. It's likely he will remain suspended until the case is settled. His next court hearing is set for February 20th. And if you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. That's the number, 701-237-6576. Leave your tip and a member of our investigative team will be on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Thousands thought a ballistic missile strike was going to strike Hawaii today, only to learn it was a false alarm. CBS's Laura Podesta reports how human error caused widespread panic.
People in Hawaii ran for cover or sheltered in place after receiving a false alarm that a ballistic missile was headed toward the island Saturday morning.
I was just sleeping. My friend just wake me up. He said, hey, let's go. There's a bomb coming to Hawaii. I didn't take it serious, but, I just started running.
Jim Jaggers, a meteorologist from the CBS station in Memphis, on vacation in Kauai, huddled with his family in a closet.
So we were trying to figure out the best thing to do and just using tornado safety rules. I know you go down into a place where there's no window, a small room, and bunker down.
38 minutes after the warning went out, a second alert said it was a false alarm and no missile was incoming. Messages flashed on highway signs telling drivers there was no danger. Hawaii's governor said human error caused this mistake.
It was a procedure that occurs at the change of shift where they go through to make sure that the system is working and an employee pushed the wrong button.
The chairman of the FCC tweeted the agency is launching a full investigation into the false emergency alert that was sent to residents of Hawaii. This incident comes as tension remains high between the U.S. and North Korea. North Korean President Kim Jong-un claims to have ballistic missiles capable of reaching Hawaii and the continental U.S. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Moments ago, the governor of Hawaii said in a press conference that there was a test button and a real warning button and that there was the wrong button that was pushed. Officials said they've already made changes, adding redundancies to the warning process. And check this out. This is a fire in Northwood. This video was sent to us by a viewer. There it is. That's a longtime trucking business in Northwood. It happened yesterday morning around 2:30 a.m. The fire chief of Northwood says no one was hurt, but the business was a total loss. The estimated damage is between $1 and $2 million. The trucking company operates in 48 states and Canada, and the fire is still currently under investigation.
There's a lot of judgment and taboo around the word abortion. We just need to try to promote as much compassion and love as possible.
A local program that comforts women during one of the most vulnerable times. The group helps women recovering from abortions. But as Valley News Live's Veronica Marshall found out, the program isn't just for people who are pro-choice.
2,000 cards and counting.
To me, it seems like a very simple, compassionate idea around a obviously touchy subject for a lot of people.
One of those letter writers is Matt Brunsvold, who says he wants lessons in compassion like these to have a lasting impact on his son.
He's my only kid, and so he's 9, and I've been able to see him model a lot of the things that I do, and so I have to be careful, but then I also want to do the things that I would want him to do when he grows up.
The letters are given to every woman who has an abortion at the Red River Women's Clinic. And thanks to more outreach and events, more people are joining Brunsvold.
I think with the way society is right now, a lot of people are looking to how they can do good and how they can promote peace and kindness.
Letter writers say their efforts bring a sense of balance to the abortion debate.
I think there's a lot of anger down at the clinic, and I think that it is such a divisive issue for people that the people that do choose to go to that clinic, I support that right.
But the group isn't only for those who are pro-choice.
I can still be pro-life and write a note of compassion. I can still believe that every child should be born and still plant a plant. It has nothing to do with a personal judgment on that woman. It's just sending out some positive vibes and some healing love.
In Fargo, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
Plans for Patients says it doesn't take a stance on abortion and only enters the picture after a woman leaves the clinic. For more information about the group, you can visit our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. The University of North Dakota announces a new athletic director. Today, UND president named Bill Chaves as the new head of the department. Chaves will become the UND's 16th AD and comes from Eastern Washington University. He's a two-time recipient of the National Athletic Director of the Year honors. At UND, Chaves will oversee the 17-sport NCAA Division I athletic program, which competes in the Big Sky Conference, and has the team, of course, the UND Fighting Hawks, doing well in the NCAA Conference. And Chaves, he will succeed Brian Faison, who will retire December 31st. Later on Valley News Live at 6, how a firefighter saved a baby from the California mudslides. And Carson Wentz has a message as it appears to be responding to President Trump. Those stories and more coming up.